All right, ladies and gentlemen, I was listening to Boxing Ego. This is Boxing Ego here. This is his channel, Boxing Ego. Shout out to Boxing Ego. And Boxing Ego had something to say, so let's just listen to him, and then I'm gonna break some knowledge. All right, let's go.
The fact, this how I do it. This how I interpret it. I was like, okay, Triple G won. I thought he was just constant with his attack, his pressure, things like that. Group thinking, exactly. That's a great term for it. I remember that in school. Do them group projects and group exercises and stuff. But you start hearing all these opinions and, no, he won, a robbery. So you got to tune all of that out. You have to try your best to tune all that out. Because the other thing is this. The 118 to 110, I told you last night, I wasn't that fucking tired. I told you last night that Adelaide Byrd scorecard was horrible. There's no one that...
Now, he just talked about group mentality and being influenced by other people and their opinions, and you have to tune all that out. And then he goes right there and contradicts himself, because everybody was saying, most people were saying, at least certain people, it was a populist opinion that her scorecard was way off, right? Let's keep it going.
Again, I don't think anybody won that fight that cleanly. No one, even Triple G. Even if you gave it to Triple G. And look, this is what I posted earlier. This is Adelaide. Adelaide Byrd explaining why she went with 118, 110 for Canelo. I cannot see I'm legally blind. Right? Follow me on Instagram. So, get that out of the way. This scorecard is egregious. Oh, y'all couldn't hear that, huh? Because we just rocking out and vibing. My bad. That's a good point. I'm gonna run it again. This is Adelaide Byrd explaining why she scored the fight like she did. See, I'm legally blind. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm in it. But I cannot see. I'm legally blind. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm in it. But I cannot see. I'm legally blind. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm in it. But I cannot see. I'm legally blind. Right? So that's Adelaide. Get that out of the way.
Alright, so it's time to teach some people boxing, alright? Because even Boxing Ego, man, I can't wait for King Troy to talk. I'm waiting for King Troy, because King Troy breaks down the fights and he explains what's happening. So I'll wait for King Troy to say his piece. Like I said, I don't really rely on Boxing Ego for credible information. But when I see King Troy, on the other hand, when Boxing Ego interviews King Troy, that is when I pay attention. Alright? I pay attention to King Troy. Alright? So I want to hear what King Troy has to say on this fight. That's what I really want to hear. Boxing Ego, I know he's Dante's Boxing Nation. You know this dude right here, Dante's Boxing Nation. He really like Canelo. He don't like Canelo. He feels he's undeserving of the position he's in as pound for pound king. He feels, he's the catchweight king. He do whatever he wants. He gets his own terms, and he feels like he gets decisions in fights. So I get where Dante's coming from, but that bias, you can't carry that into this fight. You understand what I'm saying? Nonetheless, that's not the point. Boxing Ego, the video you just heard there where she says, you can't blame me, I'm legally blind, that's my story, I'm sticking to it. That what was just said there is not what Adelaide Byrd says, okay? That's probably Boxing Ego clowning out there, and he clowned Adelaide Byrd. And it is funny, but it's also intellectually dishonest if people actually believe that's what Adelaide Byrd sounds like. You know what I'm saying? And so now I'm going to go from Boxing Ego's channel, which I just take it for entertainment purposes, because Boxing Ego is more entertaining. His reasons for picking fighters and stuff is entertaining, okay? I don't take him seriously, okay? However, I do take King Troy seriously. That's the difference. Now, Boxing Ego, sometimes he gets his predictions right. Don't get it twisted. But unlike Boxing Ego, Carcino, to me, not to compare Carcino to Boxing Ego, Carcino seems to know his boxing a lot more. because Carcino will literally talk to you about what the boxers are doing in the ring. Not to say that Boxing Ego doesn't do that, and he doesn't appreciate that, because I see Boxing Ego doing that too. But sometimes I think Boxing Ego can be influenced, like he said. He can be influenced by guys like Dante's Boxing Nation and all these other people who are saying, GGG won. Because everybody's saying GGG won around Boxing Ego. And Boxing Ego, he tries to stay unbiased, for honestly speaking. And so that's why I go to his channel and I mess with him, or I F with him. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, he's actually buying into the bias. Because if I ask Boxing Ego, what exactly did Gennady Golovkin do in that fight to be effective? What was it? His jab? You thought his jab was effective? I'm going to ask him that. I'm saying, who landed the cleaner, precise punches? And do you give Canelo credit for his defense in this fight? Because there are 4 criteria in which a fight is judged. Let me go to Barry Robinson's video here. This is Barry Robinson, A Million Styles Boxing. This man knows boxing, okay? This man knows boxing. He's actually trained people who have become world champions, okay? But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually give you the real clip of Adelaide Byrd in this and what she really does say about judging criteria. Let's hear it right now.
We're from the old school. You know, people in this era of boxing don't understand. Like, judges, they don't really school. You know, the 4 scoring criteria for professional boxing is ring generalship, defense, effective aggressiveness, and clean, hard, effective punching. With a major emphasis on clean, hard, effective punching. But what about the other elements? What about the effective aggressiveness? What about the defense? What about the ring generalship? Even when they were playing chess, Gabi was still picking and sliding and, you know, setting the shots up the way he wanted to. Got to get points for that, right? Well, for a fighter.
So let me just go back over. That's Billy Briscoe, by the way. He was a trainer of Gabe Rosado, okay? Before I go into Adelaide Byrd and what she's gonna say, all right, I want to run that back at you. As they say, wheel and come again. There you go.
We're from the old school. You know, people in this era of boxing don't understand. Like, judges, they don't really school. You know, the 4 scoring criteria for professional boxing is ring generalship, defense, effective aggressiveness, and clean, hard, effective punching. With a major emphasis on clean, hard, effective punching. But what about the other elements? What about the effective aggressiveness? What about the defense? What about the ring generalship? Even when they were playing chess, Gabi was still picking and sliding and, you know, setting the shots up the way he wanted to. Got to get points for that, right?
Well, for a fighter to win a round, he doesn't always have to be the aggressor, because a lot of times if you're being the aggressor but you're ineffective, then you're not winning the fight. You're not really doing anything. You're just pressing the action. But it has to be the fighter who is throwing and landing the cleaner punches, who sometimes is dictating the pace of the fight, who has a good defense. He's making his opponent miss punches.
Let's hear Adelaide Byrd again. This is the real Adelaide Byrd. Ain't the one that would say, don't question me. I'm legally blind and I'm sticking to it. All right. Let's hear Adelaide Byrd one more time.
Well, for a fighter to win a round, he doesn't always have to be the aggressor, because a lot of times if you're being the aggressor but you're ineffective, then you're not winning the fight. You're not really doing anything. You're just pressing the action. But it has to be the fighter who is throwing and landing the cleaner punches, who sometimes is dictating the pace of the fight, who has a good defense. He's making his opponent miss punches.
The other thing I just wanted to say, I wanted to show you guys something because I like to show people things. Straight up and down, no special effects. He just comes walking in behind the jab. Watch it again. Jab, right hand. And that sort of stuff, and by the way, that's Adelaide Byrd. He just come walking straight in. That's what Gennady Golovkin do. That's why they say no special effects. He's not coming off of angles, none of that shit. He just come walking straight in. Watch him again. He used the jab and he comes straight in. All right? All right? That's why I said Gennady Golovkin, he's straightforward. There's nothing special about him. You know, he got good punching power. He work off his jab. But he's textbook. Charlie Burley versus Oakland Billy Smith. Go watch that. All right? Go watch that. Ezra Charles still had some special effects to him. But again, he worked off the jab. But what I'm telling you is why Canelo was able to do what he did to Gennady Golovkin is because Canelo is a guy that nullified jab. He nullifies it like yesterday. All right, let me show you what he did to nullify the jab, by the way. And just one more thing. Just one more thing. Canelo versus Golovkin. You have to judge the defense of Canelo. Ring generalship and defense goes hand in hand. And the guy who was defensively responsible in this fight was Canelo. See, he wasn't the guy taking the most punishment. It was Gennady Golovkin. You have to say, who do you want to be? The guy who's getting punched on like a drum, or the guy who is evading punches and getting out of there? This is what you got to ask yourself. Who would you prefer to be? That's who the ring general is. All right. If Gennady Golovkin was the ring general, he would cut off the damn ring. And he would get his punches in on Canelo. So his aggression, while intense, was ineffective. And y'all say that his pressure was what was tying out Canelo. It wasn't. Canelo just naturally always has to catch a breath in fights. He's always been that way. Everybody. Most fighters, actually, have to catch a breath in fights. All right? And he did it in an intelligent way. He went to the ropes. He caught his breath, suckered GGG in so he don't have to waste all that energy. And then he would counterpunch it off the ropes. All right? Which was a smart move. The ropes could be your friend. You could be at home on the ropes. Where people say it's a no-no, you know it can be a yes-yes. Now, not always do trainers like their fighters to be on the ropes because the judges score it as if they're in trouble. But Canelo slipped and rolled most of those punches. So all the stuff about GGG getting Canelo to the ropes, no, Canelo went to the ropes. Sometimes you see Canelo move away from the corner, then he go right back to the corner, like Floyd does, goading GGG in because he's trying to set a trap for it. You want him to come to the ropes. He's comfortable around the ropes. He's comfortable in the center of the ring. He's comfortable anywhere. He's comfortable pushing GGG back. Yeah, he's check hooking GGG as he pulls away. All right. So I'm just saying, you have to look at the 4 criteria. So you can't ignore 3 of the criteria and be saying, oh, GGG, he's coming through. He's using his jab. He's using his jab, but he ain't landing his jab. And Canelo's landing his jab more than GGG's landing his jab. Go watch the fight again. I'm talking about an effective jab. I ain't talking about them little probing jabs where he might probe and hit Canelo, say, I found the range. There's his head. I'm not talking about those, or what we call touch jabs. I am talking about where he lands a solid jab. When did he land a solid jab on Canelo? He never did. Not once. Not once in this fight. A nice solid jab that snapped Canelo's head back. I think actually he did it when Canelo was jabbing him. I think they trade jabs and they snapped each other's heads back. But I think Canelo mostly caught those jabs with his gloves. And my point being this. For those who understand boxing. I'm not talking to the neophytes. Y'all are out of the discussion. Go learn boxing and come back and talk with us. But I'm talking about those who know boxing. You can't win a fight simply on aggression. And you feel that your pressure, that's like a hope and pray. I hope he slows down. You ain't throwing no punches to the body to slow the fighter down, but you hoping they slow down, right? And when you throw punches to the body, they counter you to the body. They block, they catch, and they shoot, okay? And you're the one suffering from the body punching. That's why Gennady Golovkin wasn't trying to go to the body, because he get punished every time he tried to go to the body. It's tentative. I saw him throw a left hook to Canelo's body. He just touched Canelo's body. He was tentative with the left hook. Canelo made him tentative to come in to do anything. And y'all was saying, oh, he walking through Canelo's punches. No, he's not. No, he's not. He'd come right up to Canelo and then he would stop and stay at range. He ain't coming in to get countered, because as much as y'all think that Canelo wasn't hurting him, he was hurting him. That's why he'd back off when Canelo hit him a body shot. And he'd jog around and he'd circle Canelo and come back to the front of him. Now, if Canelo decided to jump on him, you would see Gennady Golovkin back off even more. He respect distance. I saw Canelo feint a body shot and GGG backed the hell off. That was early in the fight. And he did it, Canelo did it a couple times later. That's how he is able to get the jabs in and all the other things. Because Canelo got the special effects. He come off for angles. Man, you guys think you know boxing. Y'all don't understand how complicated boxing really is, and the things that Canelo and these other elite boxers do. Take years to perfect them things. Gennady Golovkin, he never will get it. He will never do those things. You understand what I'm saying? He will never do it. You have to start at 8 years old to be able to do what Canelo's doing. 7, 6 years old, 2 years old, like Floyd did. Come out of the womb and start doing it. Start pounding doorknobs. Alright? Ain't no way GGG gonna ever be able to do that in his life. That's it. So he's never going to beat Canelo. Let me say it again. He's never going to beat Canelo. When people were saying that GGG would stop Canelo, I said, it's not happening. I told you guys it's not happening. But it's not about stopping Canelo. Even if he could have just hurt Canelo. He never even hurt Canelo. In fact, he never really touched Canelo. He did nothing in that fight. Nothing. And we're talking about supposedly a tired Canelo. So he should have been able to do a lot with Canelo. When he slowed down, GGG was supposed to stop him, according to you guys. According to NBT Boxing, it's Canelo's conditioning. Well, he didn't do shit. He didn't do shit to Canelo. He was supposed to stop him, remember? This is boxing. You guys need to know what boxing is. I'm out. I have more videos coming about this fight because I ain't finished. I ain't finished with you fools. I'm not finished with y'all. Going and moaning and all in an uproar about Adelaide Byrd's score. Oh, I got more for y'all. I got more coming. I got more coming from people who I respect in this game. I got more for y'all. Remember, I schooled y'all on Floyd Mayweather TBE. I schooled y'all on that. I'm coming now with this one. Because y'all said, y'all thought Floyd Mayweather would get knocked out by Gennady Golovkin. He couldn't even knock out Canelo. He couldn't even drop him. He couldn't even touch him. I'm gone. Peace.